Hello my wonderful friends, I love making these videos, and as promised today, we are going to the alien thermal plant found in the Inactive Lava Zone. Just need to build a few upgrades for the Nautalus, so let's build the sonar module, and we'll build the shield module just in case we get attacked today. This will dramatically reduce the amount of damage we take. By 100%. So, getting those into the Nautalus, we are set in that aspect. Now let's go over and look at the 3D map. We are going to go past the tree and then down this tunnel and work our way along, it's starting to go through the ground, that tunnel into the Inactive Lava Zone. So, not too surprisingly, things seem to get larger as we get deeper into the ground, or the Nautilus is moving slower because of the more dense liquid. Not entirely sure. But we are going to pass a variety of new creatures, and we are going to collect Kyanite, which will aid our efforts for going deeper, as well as building that elusive thermal generator module that we've been so desperately needing to be able to keep the Nautilus fully charged, or charged so that we don't run out of power. So, let's get the Prawn Suit loaded, and let's head out. Again, it's so fun when the Cyclops says, "Welcome aboard, Captain." It's fun. So, before now, we haven't really gone... Oops, I accidentally hit the moon pool there. We haven't exactly gone beyond this cove tree. And as we venture deeper into the tunnel, we pass a few thermal areas, which will be helpful to recharge the Nautilus, but we're heading into this final point where this green dot is on the map, and this is where we're going to descend almost another 300 or 400 meters and venture into the Inactive Lava Zone. The funny thing is really there's no way to miss at this point. There is two entrances, and each of those entrances are 100% into a tunnel that just guides you straight into the Inactive Lava Zone. Now, I personally have become fond of this entrance. The other entrance is found more northward, and you enter that one through the Lost River, making it so you have to actually go past one of the Ghost Leviathans. And one of the things that I thought was really weird when I recorded this was the fact that things didn't change hue to a red. They just went dark. What we're going to be doing is going down this tunnel on the map, and then we're going to work our way to the southernish area of the large dome. And what you can see now on the map is I turned on the sonar for a couple of pings, and it gives us a view of what's around us. This whole area should have gone to a red tint, but yeah, I don't know why it's not. The sonar is really nice, but it will burn up battery power really fast, especially with the current batteries that we have. And it's another fascinating thing that the Cyclops is entirely battery operated. That's really cool. But my PC, for some odd reason, was not updating the environment and turning the environment around us red. It's just kind of this darkish black. So I am actually fascinated by how this looks, because it does take away from some of the ambience of the creator's intent for this area. Now, hanging almost exclusively to the right side here, we just barely found some Kyanite. If you look right down below us, oh, and we're going to get attacked by these little green things. Those things are like the Minocs in Star Wars, that they latch onto the hull and they'll start draining the ship of power. It's kind of funny. But I wonder if that was the devs' intention when they made those leeches. Oh, there it is. Finally, the outside is changing color. It gives it more of an ambiance rather than it just being dark. In all reality, it probably would just be dark and nearly pitch black being at this depth, even if there was some phenomenal lava potential light going on. But I don't think lava actually shows very much light when it's this deep in the water. Here's our first Kyanite crystal. We'll just take a jab at that and collect that. And I noticed before we left the Nautilus that just over here there should be another crystal. Oh, there's some titanium. But we'll find some more just over that ridge. And I keep looking into the void area because we have a massive creature in this room. The name of the creature is the Sea Dragon, and he will blow fireballs at us, kind of like Bowser. And he will really badly decimate our Nautilus, or even us, if we happen to find ourselves in the wrong spot in relation to him. So we collected both our Kyanite crystals around us. This should give us almost enough, but we'll have to see if we can collect a few more as we go towards the thermal plant. And I think we'll be okay. Let's just make sure we didn't get any leeches on us. I don't see any. No, I don't want to go in there. No, I don't want to go in there. Oh, wait, I forgot to unload him from the last time I harvested stuff. Oops. Apparently I have lithium in there too. But if you notice that we've got leeches on the Nautilus, we've got to clean those off pretty quickly. Otherwise, I mean, I don't think they drain the power that fast, but they are kind of annoying, especially if they land on the windshield. Makes it hard to navigate. So, really quick cut to get all this stuff out. 2 major crystals, and we only got 6 total Kyanite. That's kind of crazy. So let's go trim off our Minots. And these things are easy to get off. All you got to do is slash at them. And if you can slash at them 3 times, it will kill them. Thank goodness. But these guys are fast little buggers. If they start swimming, they will get away from you, and you'll not be able to catch up to them again. And one thing that I hadn't even thought of doing until this point while trying to clean off the Nautilus was scanning an infected creature. So this, funny enough, is the first time we've scanned an infected creature. And it actually gave us a new message that I don't think I even knew about. And this is one of our first guys to get away from us, and it's like, oh man, come on. Cannot capture him. But, got one more to clean off. He's out near the tail there. Here's some of their dead ones, just happily not living anymore. And I was really surprised that no more actually showed up, and for some odd reason that one just totally disappeared at the speed of sound, and I never even saw it to be able to attack it a second time. But we didn't get any more on the hull, which is nice, and we are able to continue and aim for finding the lava castle near the middle of this room. It's actually off-center towards the south. Not exactly towards the south, more it's like southeasterly way. But using the sonar, I'm able to find this kind of deep hole, which I totally overlooked what was going on, because as soon as I heard the Sea Dragon, which there he is, holy cow, he is so far away and he's massive. Like, he makes the Nautilus look tiny. If he wanted to, he could, I think, grab the Nautilus, but I don't think they animated him in that way. But I lowered myself into this crater and didn't even think about the fact that I almost put the Nautilus at max depth. I was within, 10 or so meters, 15 meters. And, yeah, so if you watch very carefully, when I launch the Prawn Suit, we actually go past the 1,300 meters. Boom, right there. Where we could have done damage to the Prawn Suit. But luckily, somehow, I got back above this 1,300 meter depth before doing any damage. And right there, you saw I grappled to the wall almost as I ran out of jump jet power. And holding onto the wall, I can recharge the jump jets now. And we'll be able to get up over this ridge, and we'll be safe. And I really don't know with the new mechanics. It does seem like it is a new mechanic that even unoccupied, your vehicles are kind of a target for the creatures. So this is was one of the more risky points, but we're about right where that arrow is pointing in terms of the map. And I'm trying to get to that area off to the right that showed a little bit green. I ran out of jump jet again. But I don't know how the game is actually reacting now that the creatures will charge or attack unmanned items. I don't think I've ever had that happen to me before. So we saw those 2 alien pillars that kind of gave us a hint. Hey, look in here. This beautiful tunnel just guides us into and down to the alien thermal plant, but it also has kyanite in it. So we can pick up extra kyanite, and I realized as we got close to this one, we haven't scanned it yet. Because you don't see that scanning symbol when you're in the prawn suit. Who'd have thunk it, right? So we're going to meander down here, and I'm really surprised at the fact that if you pay attention to it, I miss one kyanite crystal on the far side of that lava pillar right to the left of us. And we go right around this lava pillar, and I didn't even think about grabbing that kyanite until I was doing the editing. It made me laugh. It was really funny. But here we find 2 more, and I was like, ooh, and if you look just in the distance, we have our alien thermal plant right here. It is very beautiful to see. And if I could ever get maybe the Nautilus in here, I might be able to enjoy the sheer artistry of this area, but when you're flying in the Prawn Suit, it sounds so funny. When you're flying in the Prawn Suit, you don't exactly want to land in the lava and start damaging your vessel. Oh, we just got hit by something. I think one of the those fish that we swam past just attacked us, but that's okay. I'm looking for. Let's see. There should be an entrance. Hey, look right there. Yeah, let's go grab. We'll just kind of Tarzan in. Whee! Okay, we are now in the alien power facility. This is a generator using the thermal. Oh shoot! You know what I just realized? I only have 1 tablet with me. And I think we need 2. Look at this guy. This is fun. This is the first time we actually run into these little robots, haven't we? These little robots are supposed to be in every alien facility. And, oh, guys, you know what? We got over here. I hope he doesn't attack us. He has attacked me in games past. I don't know if he's still programmed to attack you. I think he sees you as broken, and so he tries to repair you. And that's probably why he's on us right now, or was on the prawn suit, because the prawn suit is showing a little bit of damage. We need power crystal. Hey, yeah, what a coincidence. We got one right here. Let's mine this up really quickly. And this is the first time that we've been able to even mine one of these. And this is a foretelling of something that we're going to find in the future. Okay, so now that we've collected all that, let's go and power this portal. I don't know why I was trying to run from this guy. He's just going to chase the prawn suit, right? I mean, come on. It's like, cool prawn suit, dude. I like it. So let's power it. I don't even remember where this one goes. So let's find out. Now, I do trim this just a little bit, but for some odd reason, the loading of this portal sequence was long. And if you notice our depth now, we're not at 1,300 meters. We are a lot shallower than that. We are actually in the gun, the reinforcement enforcement platform. So just to prove it, let's go look over here. And this is that pool that we went past when we first explored the gun. Yeah. So that is the furthest distance that we've actually gone in these with these portals, isn't it? I mean, I think so. It's probably. That's really awesome. That's going to be helpful for us if, like, especially if we needed more stuff. Although I do have a little bit of a problem if my, oh man, the puddle jumper is down at the cove tree. Dang it. Okay, well, we'll just deal with that later. Anyway, this time that I went through it, because both the surface and this area were loaded, I did not have to wait for that long loading screen. It actually only does take 2 or so seconds to go through, but I guess when it's whoa, those are the fireballs that. How does he? I swear, things clipping in this ground in the ground in this game. Hey, there's a fireball. That was the sea dragon's fireballs. I hope he hasn't found the Nautilus and destroyed it yet. That would be really frustrating. So there's 2 entrances to this side. That's what you just barely saw as we went to see those fireballs. And then we have down here the main power generation location. And I don't think I was actually supposed to take the prawn suit down here because, yeah. So this is where I have my dilemma. We only have, hey look, another power cube. We only have 1 tablet with us. And we left the Nautilus in that crater up there. It's going to cause us problems. But this is so cool. And I love the sound in this area. Listen. There's only one other cinematic place that I've heard sounds like this, and that was in a movie made way long time ago. That movie was called Forbidden Planet, and it was made in 1956. It was a wonderful movie. And to give you just a small rundown of it, it is essentially a starship crew in the 23rd century who are sent to a planet to investigate why a colony suddenly went silent. And as they get onto this planet, they eventually discover that the whole planet is one giant mechanism with power of massive proportions being generated. And the main purpose of this mechanism was to allow beings to make thoughts into real things. As the crew eventually discovers, some thoughts really should not be made physical. And that's all I'm going to tell you about it for now. If you ever go watch it, it is a fantastic film, Forbidden Planet. It's really great. It's rated G for as old as it is. So, what you just saw, it was, one, we collected some new tech, which is our ion batteries, which are like 10 times or 4 times the power of our current batteries. That is going to be so helpful, especially, I mean, you think about it, we've only been walking around for a few minutes, and we're at 94%. With some ion batteries, we would barely be at 99%. It's great. So, also, you saw the Prawn Suit get stuck, and this is one of the very good points of having the grappler arm, because the grappler arm was able to pull us back out of wherever we glitched through the ground and get us back on track with, well, we're walking on the ground, right? So, if there's one tiny suggestion that you might want to make sure of is make sure you have the grappler arm with you, even if you don't have it equipped. It is a wonderful tool for getting you out of some glitched areas and making it so that you don't have to just abandon the Prawn Suit, you know. Because, yeah, admittedly there are still some surfaces that just don't quite have maybe all their polygons, I guess, supporting. Oops, overshot that one. Almost flew into lava. We gotta get back over there. Come on. Yeah, I'm way overdoing the grappler arm right now. Oh man, we got hit by another fish. Okay, let's see if we can get out of here without destroying this Prawn Suit. And we are going to go back to the Nautalus and make our second tablet for this area. Because again, I totally forgot that I needed 2 tablets to go through the thermal facility, because the second tablet will unlock the access to what is aptly called the blue tablet, because the blue tablet is the required key for us to be able to get into the last major location, the final chapter of this entire game. Well, not exactly final chapter, but the final chapter of the controversy on this planet. It's very valuable, so we're gonna have to go get it. And I already have a plan. I'm gonna do something stupid again. Let's get back to the Nautilus, and I'll show you my stupid idea. While we're headed back to the Nautilus, just listen for a second to the ambiance around us. Yeah, it was at this point when I realized I'm beyond my 1,300 meters. I gotta get those depth modules. So yeah, we're back on the Nautilus. I was like, okay, we're not using you until we get out of this crater. Yeah, how close was I? I was at 1288? 1289 out of 1,300? Whoo! Jeez, the when you think about it, the Sea Dragon wouldn't have even had to work hard. It could have just destroyed us right here. So really quickly, let's make some ion batteries. And just like that, of course, I mean, obviously I had to go collect some materials, but we have a couple of ion batteries, and we have one of the large batteries. We do have rubber with us, so we just gotta grab some rubber, and we make the larger ion battery. Oh. So this, I'm gonna try to do this quickly, and then look at the power availability. Boom. We go from 1,200 to 2,000 power. Isn't that awesome? And then, of course, I had to go look at the recipe and remind myself of the fact that I don't have the materials to make the thermal module down here. Ah, darn. Oh well, let's make that tablet. And because I store the sea glide in the Nautilus, we very quickly can just get back to the thermal plant. Just like that, yeah. It really did take a long time to go all the way down. And we can go to that one door that we didn't unlock. Place our tablet, and here we go. So this tablet is the necessary... What was that? Must have been like some artifact. It looked like something dripped from the ceiling or something like that. I don't know. But this tablet is the final key for getting into the primary containment facility, which, funny enough, is where we actually find the entity that keeps contacting us via, I don't know, this, whatever this is right here.
To me.
Isn't that cool? I believe we'll be going there in the next couple of episodes. Well, of course, because there's really not much else to do. So, let's get back to the Nautilus really quickly. And we will get ourselves out of here. Just a little quick check on the outside to make sure we didn't pick up any of our Minocs. And we will head back towards the Hab 2. After I put away my sea glide, little stuff just to make sure I don't have all the extra stuff in my inventory. So, on our speed run, sort of speed run, on our speed video out of here, I hang to the same side of the cavern as we entered with. So it's now on our left instead of hanging to the right, whatever. As you're working your way back to the main tunnel that guides us back to Hab 2, you can actually miss it. So it's really helpful to have the sonar to kind of show you when there's a larger void to your left trying to get out of here, and it kind of helps you not go crazy in the darkness as you're trying to find your way towards the entrance where we go back into the blue waters, like right now, and guide yourself back to the cove tree. Now, as we approach Hab 2, we've got a few more tasks that I wanted to finish before the end of this episode. We've got to make a few more batteries, as well as we want that thermal module. We will get the Nautilus recharging. There is that nice heat plume that we're actually using right now with our main power generation for the Hab 2. We can stick the Nautilus right next to that and recharge the Nautilus once we get the thermal module going. So it's just a little bit of a legwork at this point, It's nice to be back home and get the Prawn Suit out. I figured getting the Prawn Suit over to the moon pool will make sure that we are pulling power from the moon pool. I mean, the Prawn Suit's already recharged by the Nautilus, but I don't know. Just getting it out of the Nautilus is not exactly a bad thing. Really quickly, we are going to go back over here and... Wait a minute. No. We need rubber. Okay, let's go get some rubber. Again, this is why I went through all that effort to get the right type of creep vine, because all we need is these yellow things at this point. So, I don't know why I slash at it right now. I think I was just taking crazy pills, but really we just need the creep vine seeds, which will give us the... this is what we also got the lubricant for, but you can make rubber out of it. So we get 5 rubber. You get 1 rubber from 1 set of seeds. So right now I'm making 5 rubber so we can make a variety of batteries. Easy peasy, right? We're just draining lots of power from the Nautilus. Now that I'm thinking this in post, I probably should have worked on the power generator first. Because, if I had made the power generator or thermal generator first, then I wouldn't be I wouldn't be draining the power from the Nautilus just to make all these items. Because every time you use the little 3D printer there, we just bonked our heads on the Nautilus. Let's go get some gold really quickly so that we can make batteries, and we also need gold to be able to make the green liquid. I forgot what it's called, but the green liquid that is the final component that we will need for the thermal generator. So there's one big gold chunk, and our second big gold chunk is done, and we will get back to our system. It's kind of fun to use the grapple arm to yank you around. Although this one, I managed the grapple, but it doesn't really pull us anywhere. It's really weird. I had to use the jump jets to get up. But we will get the prawn suit put away, and I like how forgiving the game is. Like, you just have to get it close, and it's like, okay, we'll lock on. It's not trying to pull full out. Oh, you gotta be micro accurate. So we now have our green stuff that we need, and we'll make a second one, because we probably will make the thermal generator for the prawn suit, and we'll need the same polyethylene. Oh, that's a hard word to play with. So, making a few more ion cells, and with just the one, our odd-numbered one, I figured the stasis rifle is a good thing to put it into, because the stasis rifle eats a lot of power. So, here we go. Let's go. Oh, yeah, that's right. I left the materials over here. We need this, and we can make our thermal generator mod. Oh, I don't know why you have to wait so far into the game. Literally, you have no choice but to wait until after the power plant. Like, getting to the lava lake, not the lava lakes, the inactive lava zone, to be able to do this. It's like, I don't know. Is that, it's kind of sad because that's such late game tech, but at the same time, it's kind of cool that it's such late game tech. I don't know if I'm saying this right, but it is one of those things where you kind of got to love it or hate it, depending on your situation. So what we are, I'm just going to put a few things away, and let's get the Nautilus positioned near that heat plume, or heat vent that we have right behind the tail of the Nautilus. Let's just back up and lower ourselves down just a wee bit. I don't know how close you actually have to be, but this is probably just like the generator that we have on the ground over there. The closer you can get it, the more power you produce. And let's go check it out. So if we look at this battery, you actually see it's climbing, and it's climbing fast. It's not slow. If you get into a warm area, you can recharge pretty decently fast. So looking at this, you have those numbers over there. We're going up 3 every second or so. That's not bad. But now the Nautilus has, by all accounts, nearly infinite power. And that is a beautiful thing. Something that I hadn't thought about doing for quite some time is we haven't looked at the recent data that we've collected. So I'm going to give you just like a second on each of these little items that we've collected, and just hit pause if you want to read it. But we've got like the blue tablet, the primary containment facility. It tells us about how much power is being used all over the planet. We've got the symptoms of that one infected larvae. We've got the kyanite information. An episode ago, we scanned an ampoule. We have this new Leviathan skeleton, the lava larva, including when I was back up at the surface last episode, we have the marble melon plant. Yeah, just a lot of little things, including one that I had to go back to the facility to get that fossil data. Yeah. But anyway, we have done fabulous today. We've got the prawn suit still. We somehow have miraculously avoided destroying any of our ships, and we are good to go. So, with that being said, we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye!